Is this going to be controversial? Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new Americon. Yes, we all enjoy watching TV, but our experiences are different depending on our background. And being black, I see things a little bit differently, so I wanted to share with you 3 things that I've noticed watching TV while black. In this video, I'm gonna talk about racial diversity. And I'm also gonna talk about some of your favorite shows out there. So with that in mind, there are 2 things I want you to know. 1, just because I'm highlighting the lack of diversity of a given show does not detract from the quality of said show. I'm not saying it's a bad show because it has some issues with diversity. I'm just talking about the fact of how I or someone like me may experience watching that show. Number 2, when I am talking about diversity in a show, I'm mostly talking about the main cast of the show, not maybe some of the recurring or occasional minority characters that may appear in that show. So with that said, let's go. Number 1, when I'm watching a TV show, I'm gonna notice immediately if that TV show is truly diverse or if it just has a token characters. For example, you have NCIS with good old Rocky Carroll. You have Criminal Minds with Shamar Moore. The Big Bang Theory with Kunal Nayyar. It's very noticeable, guys. So studios out there, I know that if the majority of your ensemble cast just has one minority, I noticed that one minority. And just so you know, that's not enough. Not enough. More. But that's not the worst. The worst is when some of the shows just straight up don't have a single minority in them in the main cast at all. Notably Nashville, the new show Blood and Oil, Rain, Supernatural. But guys, things are getting better. They're making more of an effort. I'm thinking Empire on Fox, Fresh Off the Boat, Blackish, How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal. All those shows definitely taking their diversity numbers way up, and it's good to see. Diversity is not just in the color of the skin. Diversity is also in the character of the individual. Which brings me to number 2. You'll have shows that have quote unquote diversity, but some of that diversity is with characters that are clearly very poorly written and are stereotypical for no reason. I mean, they don't have to be stereotypical, but they just happen to be written in such a way that they're absolutely stereotypical. Thinking about, for example, T-Dog in The Walking Dead, whose character was just annoying as hell, and for no reason was written in the most stereotypical black character ever possible. Gun on Angel, who, by the way, love that character, love that show, but I always thought that character was not as well written as possible. And actually, as the seasons evolved, it was less of that stereotypical thug character and evolved later on into something more nuanced and more realistic. And I like that, and I really love those kinds of evolutions, but you'll notice that a lot of characters that you see in those shows tend to be a little bit more stereotypical than needed. Which brings me to number 3. And I also noticed the opposite when minority characters are portrayed in a realistic, non-racially specific manner. Let me explain. When you're looking at other characters that happens to be minorities and you just forget that they're minorities, they just happen to be their own characters, it's refreshing. It's refreshing when I see that, or I'm like, whoa, the race of this character has no bearing on who they are, and it's kind of awesome. I'm thinking about David Oyelowo on Spooks, because that was the first time I really had that thought in my head, or like, wow, that's super refreshing. I love what I'm seeing there. Lucy Liu in Elementary, which is probably one of the reasons why I love this show. Ming-Na Wen on Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh my God. Talk about just what race has nothing to do with how awesome that character is. Speaking of Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., we will be reviewing that show this fall. So here we go. Plug! Are you guys noticing the same things I'm noticing? Do you have a different opinion of any of the points that I mentioned? Comment below, let me know. If you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe because we have new videos every Tuesday and every Thursday. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye. Outro done. I'm walking away.